All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, and welcome to the live fight companion for the UFC Vegas 54 flyweight bout between Vivi Araujo and Andrea KGB Lee. I'm just scrolling through my Twitter real quick here, but this should be a good fight. Should be a fun bout. I'm looking forward to it. Two fighters that usually prefer to stand and trade, but aren't afraid to go to the ground. So it should be a good one. We've got a commercial break going on right now on ESPN, but they should be getting to the fight pretty soon here. Yeah, I like this bout. Let me pull up the rankings real quick for this one. I know they're both in the top 10, if I remember correctly. As soon as it wants to load the UFC website here. Let's start over. All right, forget the rankings. Anyway, okay, number 8, Araujo's at number 8, and Lee is at number 9. So you got two fighters, just within the top 10, and each of them wants to move up. I believe Lee is riding 2 straight. Araujo, he's coming off of a loss to Katlyn Chookagian 11 months ago, whereas Lee is riding 2 straight wins over Antonina Shevchenko and then Cynthia Calvillo all within the last year. So Lee certainly has the momentum going, but Araujo certainly has the striking to put an end to that because she hits hard. Granted, she doesn't have a real knockout. Excuse me. Since she beat that one girl at bantamweight in her debut, but I think it'll be an interesting fight here. And I don't know why. Whatever. So it should be good. Just waiting for the fight or going to another commercial break. Unfortunately, this happens with the UFC. When a fight actually ends early, it just means you get more promos, more advertisements, more commercials. It's just how it is. So just got to wait for a commercial break here, and then hopefully we'll get into the action. Excuse me. It's a prelim bout, so they won't waste time on the walkouts or anything, which is probably what's happening right now. The fighters are making their way to the cage. Well, we get to watch these stupid commercials for Peloton. Peloton, an exercise device least likely to be used by UFC fighters. By the way, the chat is open if you have any comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, help get the algorithm going for the live stream. And if you haven't yet and you decide that you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for WMAC Now. Another commercial. This time they're advertising, looks like Lowe's, because they went from electronic lawnmowers to grills to outdoor furniture. Yep, definitely Lowe's. And now what? More commercials. Just show the fights already. Anyway, you know what? While we're at it, we'll go ahead and go over the tail of the tape here for Lee versus Araujo versus Lee. So Araujo coming in at 10-3, KGB coming in at 13-5. Looks like Araujo is the elder of the two, 35-33. So 2 years age difference. Lee is the taller fighter, 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters to 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters for Araujo. And Lee has the slight reach advantage as well, 69.5 inch, 177 centimeters to 68 inches, 173 centimeters. Sorry about that. Just had to cough. And you're still showing commercials. This is the longest commercial break. It seems like it's lasting forever, probably because I have to keep BSing. Kelly Huff in the stream. Welcome to the scene, Kelly Huff. Says, who you got on this one? I'm a big fan of KGB, so I actually picked KGB. I gave my fight picks for tonight in a community post a few hours back. I picked Janjaroba. I picked KGB. I'm going with Chukagian, all by decision. So far, I got Janjaroba right, which is good. I went like 1 for 3 on my Bellator picks yesterday because I definitely got Kielholtz versus Watanabe wrong. Almost got it right. I mean, Watanabe almost went out in the first round. No, I did pick Penko. Yeah, I picked Penko, so I got that one right. What was the second? Oh, I had picked Kate Jackson to beat. What was her name? The Greek girl. I had picked Kate Jackson to beat. There we go. Oh, by the way, if you're watching the fights, they're doing a tail of the tape right now. Everything's identical to what I read off from Tapology. Kate Jackson Kate Jackson lost to Elena Calianado, and I'm pretty sure I picked Kate Jackson on my preview video for Bellator's card yesterday. So Bruce Buffer's in the cage announcing the fighters right now. Kelly Huff says, yay, I hope she wins. And good pick on Janjaroba because you had Hill. Yeah, I didn't see Hill beating Janjaroba. Almost went Janjaroba via sub because Hill's pretty vulnerable to subs, but you got to be like a really fast submission artist on the ground to beat Angela Hill. Like usually when Hill gets submitted, it's very fast, very early in the first round. That's not quite how Janjaroba does it. So that's why I went Janjaroba for submission. All right, Bruce is announcing the fighters, talking about Viviane right now. So I'm going to focus on the fights. Judy V in the chat. Welcome back, Judy. Says Araujo plus 100, Lee minus 120. So Lee's actually the favorite. All right, so we're going to get started. So I'm going to look away from the chat for now and focus on the fight itself. Chris Tinoni is the referee for this bout. Araujo raring to go. Lee looking ready as well. Both fighters looking really good shape here, which is typical for them. Kick up the middle for Lee. Jab for Araujo lands. Ooh, Araujo dropped Lee with a left hand there. Temper just quickly, but she's got right back up. But very nice. Pinpoint accuracy for Araujo, who usually throws a lot of loopy punches. Nice right hand there for Lee that lands. Lee! Araujo's down! Araujo's down! She's surviving right now. Eats another knee from Lee. Tries to throw Lee, but Lee's on top now. Holy crap, that was a fast sequence. So Lee on top of Araujo in half guard. Lee working an elbow, looks like. Araujo fighting to get back up, but she might still be wobbly. So Araujo's back up on her feet, and she's going for a takedown of Lee against the cage. We'll see if Lee gives it up here. Looks like, Araujo has Lee in the air. Boom, and there goes Lee. Araujo to, is that half guard or side control? Looks like half guard right now. So Lee on bottom, Araujo on top. Lee is actually bleeding out of her nose. But Lee working a Kimura. Looks like she's going to sweep. She uses it to stand. Araujo still, though, has the body lock and is holding on to Lee. Gets her over to the cage. Lee trying to reverse, but Araujo still has that body lock, and she's going to be holding on for. She is not going to let that body lock go. She does let it go now. Lee trying to create some distance, but Araujo pressing her against the fence. Action-packed first round so far. We're 2 minutes into this round. Lee successfully creates some distance, lands a knee to the face of Araujo. Referee gives a timeout. Looks like Lee had lost her mouthpiece. She's got it back in now. Good. Didn't waste time cleaning it. Kick up the middle for Lee. Another kick there for up the middle for Lee, but Araujo lands a punch. Both fighters in the orthodox stance. Jab lands for Lee. Low kick for Lee. Another kick for Lee and followed by a right hand. Jab right across. Ooh, Araujo hits a nice punch on Lee. Araujo going for another takedown against the fence now. But Lee has one underhook. She's got the over-unders. Araujo going for a single leg right now. Lee trying to break it off, trying to fight it off. Araujo has the leg up. She's got that leg up high, too. This is going to be hard for Lee. But, Araujo lets go of the leg. Lee working over-under. She's circling out, going to try to create some distance. And nice separation there between the two. 2 minutes left in the round. Nice jab there lands for Araujo. Jab for Lee. Kick up the middle for Lee that misses and followed by a right hand. Another kick by Lee. Both exchanging single punches right now. Lee lands a shot to the body. Ooh, another jab lands for Lee. And there's a nice takedown there from Araujo. Dropped levels for that one. She's now at side control. No, side control? Yeah, it looks like she's in side control. No, nope. Half guard. No, that is side control. I'm sorry. Can't tell by the angle. But Araujo looking like she's working for an arm triangle. But she's got to get over to the other side. So, yeah, that good on Lee to get that arm out of the way there. She did not want that high arm. Both fighters doing good work here. Araujo trying to pass. Lee kind of getting their guard back. Got to be careful, though. Doesn't want to kick. Doesn't want to hit an up kick. So Araujo trying to pass Lee. Yeah, she gets the side control. Lee keeping the left arm of Araujo trapped in a triangle. Lets that go now. So Lee still on the bottom of Araujo. This is going to be a tough round, first round to score. I think Araujo is going to take it with this top control. I mean, both kind of like dropped each other temporarily, but Lee had Araujo really hurt. And that is the end of the first round. So how did you guys in the chat score that? Felix Nadowski asks, can I watch them somewhere for free? I don't know. I always watch on ESPN Plus because I'm in the U.S. Judy V scores at round one. Araujo. I don't know. I always. Let me see what the pundits are saying over on Twitter. Not seeing any scores so far. Not seeing any scores so far on Twitter, so we'll have to see in a minute here. But there's a replay of that nice takedown by Araujo when she took Lee up high. I think Riz says, who do you think will win? I have to go with Judy and Kelly saying 10-9 Araujo. I got to give it to Araujo. She had the bigger moments in that first round. All right, start of the second round here. Lee misses a punch, almost lands an elbow. Side kick there by Lee. Araujo lands a left-right. Both landed a kick. Lee with a jab, but Araujo backing her up with punches. Ooh, kick, nice punch to the body, left hand by Lee, or Araujo rather. Lee goes high with a kick that's blocked. Araujo landing punches to Lee. Looks like Araujo isn't gassed out yet, which is a little bit unusual. Lee goes low for a takedown, but Araujo gets out of the way, takes the back of Lee. Araujo on the back of Lee right now. Lee could be in trouble here. Araujo almost has her flattened out. It's a quick turnaround there. And that's why you got to set up your takedowns properly, ladies and gentlemen. So Araujo on Lee's back. She's got both hooks in. Lee turtled up right now. Araujo trying to land punches to get that choke in. She's trying to work the left arm under. Lee about to turn over, give up mount possibly. But if she can get back up, she's got one leg trapped. Does Lee, but Araujo going for an arm triangle. Ooh, Araujo going for an arm triangle on the ground. If she can get her leg free and really cinch that in, she might have it. Looks like Lee, Araujo, I think that arm triangle is in there. Yeah, it's in. That arm triangle's in. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, yep, that's in. Oh, nope, it's out. Lee is out. Araujo on top, standing over Lee right now. She's going back in, trying to pass the guard of Lee. Lee's not a bad guard player. Not terrible, but not great. Araujo just passed Lee's guard. Lee is in trouble right now. 2 minutes into the second round, and Araujo has not gassed out yet. Araujo gets the one arm trap to Lee. Lee rolling over, giving up her back. Araujo takes it. Doesn't have the hooks in yet, and now she does. Now she has the hooks in. That was fast. Lee in trouble in this second round. Not sure what she was thinking with that takedown, unless those punches from Araujo were hurting her. But Araujo getting a lot of ride time in this second round. And Lee is basically just defending herself from the punches. Lee's not really doing anything right now to get out of this. She's got little over 2 minutes to go. She's sitting up a little bit here, but she's got to be careful. She doesn't want to give up the choke, but she's got to show that she's trying to do something. So Lee trying to grab one of the arms of Vivi, trying to get wrist control of the left arm of Araujo. Lee back to her feet, but Araujo still on her back. Lee trying to slip out the back here. Araujo is high. Araujo is high in the back of Lee, almost hitting the ground. Araujo is actually holding herself up with her head. So if Lee can kind of shuck her off at this point, but right now Araujo has her arms wrapped around one leg of Lee. Looks like, yeah, Araujo's Lee's not getting out of this back control right now. Unless she starts really shucking Araujo off. Nope, she goes back to the ground. Araujo still firmly on the back of Andrea Lee. Still throwing punches. .59 seconds to go. Lee has got to survive this minute here, but Chris Tyone, he's looking hard. He's looking closely. Lee is trying to defend the choke right now, but it's looking like, nope, not sinking in just yet. So Araujo going to sit back up. Lee starting to turn to the side here. She's going to give up mount. So Araujo going for side control for the Araujo had got the arm triangle in again. She's in side control, going for that arm triangle again. Lee trying to defend it, looking like she's still fighting. She's just surviving right now. And yeah, grabbing your own leg is not going to do anything for you right there, Andrea. There you go. That's going to work. So she's out of the arm triangle choke with 5 seconds left, but Araujo's still on top. And that is the end of the first round. Andrea Lee, she's got to be down 2 rounds to none. Lee in survival mode this fight. Surprised Vivi hasn't gassed out yet. All right, tweet sent out. So that is the end. So that's it. We're between the second and third round. Judy V says Viviane round 2. Agree wholeheartedly. Kelly Huff saying Andrea will need a finish now. I fully agree. Got the AT&T commercial with the brown-haired girl. Felix Nadowski says, who's winning? Viviane Araujo. I have her up 2 rounds to none. Has Araujo fixed her cardio? Yeah, she's not looking that tired. Actually, Andrea Lee is busted up. Andrea Lee is busted up, and Araujo does not look tired. Well, this is a first. She's slowed down a little bit. She's not as light on her feet, Araujo, but she's not looking like completely gassed out yet, although she is eating some more punches from Lee this time. Yeah. Araujo hasn't defended really any punches from Lee this round. But she's still landing her own. And now she shoots in for a takedown. Easy double leg takedown there for Viviane. So it looks like and no, she's not passing guard. Yep. She's inside control. Vivi tired in the third. All right, so Viviane Araujo inside control of Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee trying to fight her way back to guard, but Viviane staying tight. Oh, and Lee gets back to half guard just like that. As soon as I say they're doing something, then the fighters do something else. Bye, Felix. So Araujo in the half guard. But Lee's got to do something. Araujo gets free of the leg. She's inside control. Lee trying to do anything right now, but so Lee's getting closer to the fence. Let's see what she can do. So Lee rolls over, and she's back to her feet now. This could be big for Lee, big confidence booster. Araujo eats a knee from Lee in the clinch, but she's got Lee pressed against the fence. Vivi eats another knee. Knee lands for Vivi, though, in exchange. And Lee manages to separate. So both of them eat a jab. Lee eats a right. Low kick lands for Vivi. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Vivi ducks out of a jab. It lands a right hand. Both of them throwing jabs and landing. Lee throws a kick that has no effect. Lee throws another high kick, but Vivi basically pushes her over while she's off balance. Gets her down. So Vivi about to pass to side control again. She's just got to get past the right leg of Lee, get her head out of there. This is a chance for Lee, though. Nope. Chance lost. So Vivi inside control with 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the third round. And this is definitely going to be Viviane's round again. So 1 minute and 25 left. Viviane inside control with Lee pushing her up against the fence. Lee trying to use her feet to crawl the cage, but not really doing anything. Lee or Vivi keeping the pressure, using her weight very well here. Tell you what, this is the best Viviane Araujo has looked in a long time. A long time. Oh, Lee looking like she might get back to guard here. Nope, no dice yet. She turns over, giving up her back. Araujo quickly sinks both hooks in. Lee trying to stand, but can't. Nope. Vivi's too high. Vivi's very high on the back right now, but she still has the hooks in. Looks like Lee's going to try to stand again and shuck her off, and she does. She gets Vivi off of her, but Vivi manages to keep her on the ground. Lee trying to get to top position, but Vivi has her one leg trapped. So Lee somewhat on top. They're kind of in a neutral position right now, but Lee landed some punches to Vivi as the seconds wind down, and that is it. That is the fight. Too little, too late for Andrea Lee there. This is going to be an easy 30-27 for Andrea Lee. Or Viviane Araujo, you got to imagine. So I go to commercial while we wait for the judge's decision. Judy asks, are you going live for Chikagian versus Hebas? I am. I already have the stream up. You can find the video for in the community posts. Kelly Huff says VA has looked very good tonight, 30-27. I agree with that score. And Judy says V win. Yep. So just waiting for this Hyundai commercial to end, and we'll get the score. Hopefully. Shouldn't take them too long to tally up. Yep, we're back. Proper 12. What a crap whiskey. All right. 29-28, 29-27, 29-27 for Viviane Araujo. So 229-27 scores. I'm not sure how those came about. Let me turn that volume back off. Herdine Gilbaliga asks, who's winning? So Viviane Araujo won a unanimous decision, 29-28 and 229-27 scores. So I'm not sure what the 29-27 scores were, unless I misheard. Let me see if MMA Decisions is saying anything. They probably haven't uploaded them yet. No, they don't have the scores up yet, but we'll find out. All right. So that is it for Viviane Araujo versus Andrea Lee. Viviane Araujo winning a unanimous decision. I'll tell you what, I got to give Araujo credit. And I don't give her credit for too much other than having heavy hands. It's hard to credit her for much because she usually just tires out after one round. But she went all the way to the decision and stayed strong, which maybe she finally fixed her cardio problem. Although I will say one thing here. She wasn't throwing every punch like she was trying to go for the knockout, which I think is one of the biggest factors in her weak cardio, is that she punches herself out. So maybe she's finally learned, like, hey, I got to control my punches and hold back a little bit in order to, have the gas to go on longer in a fight, which is great. That's exactly what she has needed to do for years now, is just not tire herself out. Because that's the thing. It's like if she didn't get a first round finish, then boom, she was done. She was gassed out. So either maybe she's worked on her overall cardio. Excuse me. It definitely appears like she has worked on her work rate and just how strong she throws, which is phenomenal. That's definitely what she needed to do. Kelly asks, who do you like in the main event, Blachowicz or Rakic? I'm going to go with Blachowicz. Judy says, we'll try to tune in for C versus R. So I will be going live whenever that one starts. So that's all I have for this live stream. Viviane Araujo defeats Andrea KGB Lee via unanimous decision. If you're watching in the playback, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're watching right now and want, whether live or playback, don't forget to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for Chukagian versus Hebas.